first practice. Subjective reality, I have been talking about it. A simple understanding that what the mind knows, it is the objective world, it is the material world. The mind knows the body, the breath, the physiology, the neurophysiology, psychology, intellect, ego, but it doesn't know who we are. Mindfulness is a discovery of that subjective reality. And because it is with us, it is inside. That is why we say it is effortless. And from there we come to the first step. Eyes are closed. The moment eyes are closed and you become aware of the world within, leaving the world outside, you're there. It doesn't take any effort. Within a split of a second, you were in the studio. Outside, left. Car, parking space, stores, everything is left. The same thing should happen, or normally it happens. But the mind, because of the past and the future, remains outside. Look at it. You are living within, leaving the world outside. Immediate world outside. So once the mind doesn't live inside, and then further explanation, further steps are done. Immediate world outside. You have a space around the body, a room, articles in the room, me, my voice. So we bring the mind nearer. Anytime. Only the first step can become a very deeper state of mindfulness. That is why we say it is natural, it is effortless. So the moment you are aware of the space outside the room, the walls, the room, you, me, articles, indirectly we confine the territory of the mind and at the same time look inside. Looking within. Now one more thing, looking without the help of the sense organs. Every sense organ has its respective objects. Understood by the mind, it becomes a content of the mind. But at this time, sense organs are helpless to see within. So mind is looking by itself. And the first impression is simple. First impression is dark space, nothingness. That's all. So your mind should not think of what is nothingness. Mind looks at emptiness, darkness, the space, and that state, quality of the mind leads to right perception. That is the key. Simple definition of right perception. The mind is awake, aware, attentive, devoid of objects of the senses. So it is living within. Done. Inside it is living within. Outside, definitely you are aware of my voice, the room, everything. Both are okay. That is the key. Keep looking. Now in that state, change the direction. That changing the direction is actually being carefree. You are standing across the road, traffic is moving, you are carefree. You are aware. On a mental highway, these thoughts of the past, time, location, objects are nothing but the traffic. You are different from it. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, relations, place, objects. There is nothing inside that the mind can ever see except emptiness. Free from the senses. We're not doing anything. Thought is there. Thank you. Because the thought can't stay forever. So we are simply aware. Thought has come, it has gone. It has come again, it has gone. It has come, it has gone. Living within, leaving the world outside, and changing the direction of the mind. We are doing the simplest way of mindfulness. The simple the practice, higher it is. The challenge is not the influx of thought. That is one challenge. The bigger challenge is that the mind drops into unconsciousness as if it has entered into a no man's land. So the moment it enters into the no man's land, the mind hesitates itself. What should we do? Nothing. Even let the hesitation be there. You are simply carefree. That is another key. Living within, leaving the world outside, changing the direction of the mind and being there. That is it. Anytime, anywhere can be done. With eyes open or closed, in any position of the body. that gives us an idea that it is the state of consciousness independent of the body, the breath, the mind, the intellect, the thought, the ego, our liking, disliking. That is what is carefree. So we should experience the state when we are carefree, when we are comfortable, or when the eyes are closed, the world outside is left outside, mind changes the direction, we are living within. What is happening? So we look at the state through the body, casually looking at the head and the neck, and being there. Being there, being comfortable, being inside, there. And our experience is not only the increased sensation, a sense of relaxation, and the stillness. Look at it. Look at the right arm. You're looking, not doing anything. Looking at the right arm, sensation. Yes, it is there. It is not because we are doing mindfulness, it is because the mind has gone inside. Sensation is there, relaxation is there, and stillness. In that state of sensation, relaxation in the stillness, there is a right perception. And that right perception leads to awakening. Look at the left arm. Now see how the habitual mind objects in variety of ways. The moment you look at the left arm, thinker is activated. It says, I know it. And then it goes somewhere else. So that thought or a thinker is nothing but the mind moving outward. You are aware. You're looking at the left arm. You're there. You experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Looking at the rib cage, just being there, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Belly, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look at the right leg. Just looking, without senses. looking from within. So when you are looking from within, the mind has changed the direction. There is an awareness and attention, and we have a conscious experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look at the left leg. You are there. Where on the left leg? Without the sense organ. So the mind has no other option to maintain an awareness on the left leg. So there is an experience of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. And in that state, there is a right perception. And that perception is more subjective because we experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness without doing anything, my friend. That is the key. Look at the entire body. Look at the entire body. And experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Just experiencing the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. What we are doing, nothing. What we are experiencing, sensation, relaxation, and stillness, but deeper than that, there is a right perception. What is right perception? When the mind doesn't refer to the past or to the future, to the thought or to the like or dislike, pain or pleasure, nothing. Mind is just there, looking, feeling, living. Looking, feeling, and living. If that is there is no effort. Well, when there is no effort, the mind naturally lives within. It has a natural right perception, and that leads us to awakening. In order to keep the mind living within, experiencing the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness, and to move deeper within. There are many goals of breath awareness, but these are very deeper goals. Because I'm experiencing sensation, relaxation in the stillness, because the mind is living within, and let it continue to live within. So when it continues to live within, we know more. We go deeper. So the breath awareness. We qualify this breath awareness with a simple 3 points. In that state, you are looking at the breath, and that breath is moving in and out. Second, that breath, when it moves in and out, we experience the sensation of the breath in and out. Third point, no change in the rate, in the rhythm of the breath. What a simple, natural, effortless way to go deeper. Awareness in that state. Awareness in that state of sensation, relaxation in the stillness, of the breath that is going in and out, feeling the sensation, and no change. Look at the beauty. We are not doing anything, and we undergo a variety of experiences. The Master says it is because the mind is living within. But when the mind lives within, it has trillions of impressions, desires, craving, likes, dislikes, preferences, prejudices. That becomes, to explore that becomes a higher meditation practice. We are living in the state of sensation, relaxation in the stillness. We are aware of the breath living within. We are not doing anything. That becomes our first practice. We can continue even in that state, but the next time we'll go a little deeper. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I'll continue to record rather than 2 sessions, so even one day, any day you feel it is good to continue, you can continue. We spend little time in the first 3 steps and then we'll go deeper. First step, eyes are already closed. Become aware. You left the world outside to live within. Space, room, you, me, temperature, articles in this room, confine the territory. Now, let the mind look inside the head. Casual. Because of the previous practice, it becomes more natural to live within. Now changing the direction. Direction is already changed because mind has started living within. And in that living within, anything that comes to the mind, you are indifferent. As if they do not belong to you. Or the other way, because you do not belong to them at this moment. That is an appropriate phrase. Thought, okay, thank you. No thought, okay. Darkness, okay. Emptiness, okay. Sensation, okay. Two steps, eyes closed, left the world outside, changing the direction, living within. And then third step is the conscious experience. In advanced phases, these steps doesn't take too much of time. The first 3 steps becomes so much natural that the mind begins enjoying that state. And the third step is your conscious experience of sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Allow the mind to move freely on the body parts, any part. There is no sequence. Where the mind goes, there you experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look, this becomes an advanced state. And now in that advanced mindfulness, we move to the breath awareness. But now this breath awareness is a reference point to explore deeper within us. How it happens without doing anything. You are aware of the breath. The breath is going in and out. You're feeling the breath. There is no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And on one hand, you are aware of the breath. At the same time, are you aware of the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness? That awareness is more important. You are aware of living within, devoid of any content in the mind. And you are in the state of doing nothing. Reference point is breath awareness. It is most important because it is reference point. It is least important as compared to our conscious awareness and experience of sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. And we undergo a variety of experiences. We may experience heaviness, lightness, the body as if it is rising up, it is sinking into the floor. It freezes down, it becomes warm. A lot of experiences as the mind dies deep within. But still the reference point remains as a breath. In the previous practice, the very breath awareness and the 3 points were important. Here it is just a reference point. We are exploring deeper within. That is the key. Then the deeper subconscious layer of the mind it contains all the garbage of thoughts. So what happens when we have a reference point of breath with a conscious experience of sensation, relaxation in the stillness? The mind is carried away by a thought. It starts dreaming. It goes somewhere, and it is okay. Let it be. But then what happens? The moment you become aware, you return again. So you can become aware of the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. The reference point returns, and you are aware. The moment we are carried away by a thought, we lose that awareness, and that is understood as if we are carried away by a thought. Second thing, we are exploring deeper. And it happens on its own. Carried away by a thought, moving, and suddenly, what happens? We try to interpret, but it can never be. Why mind at a particular moment is carried away by a thought, and the next moment it returns? We don't know. We can rationalize distraction, but it is something deeper. That is why mindfulness we don't know why at this moment, but we forget, carried away, and we return. The moment we return, there is a right perception. There is a sense of emptiness. It happens deeper within. And that is we want to know, we want to discover. Another thing that happens in that state of deep sensation, relaxation in the stillness, breath awareness is a reference point. We don't know exactly, but we fall into sleep. And the next moment we are awake again. It cannot be guided to the beginners. Their mind is still dictated, but for you it is possible. Oh, how, why the mind falls into sleep at this moment, the next moment it becomes aware, and then everything returns. We experience the same sensation, relaxation in the stillness, the reference point remains there, and we experience a natural state of doing nothing. In a waking state, the moment we look at wife, there's a non-verbal recognition. Look at this, a non-verbal recognition. Unless we want to say something, speak to him or her. Car, non-verbal recognition. Same thing happens in a deeper state. What? You are in the state of sensation, relaxation in the stillness. Reference point is the breath. And carried away by a thought. Return again. You see that? Then again the sleep falls. Falling into sleep. Returns again. So there are many different moments. Sleep, forgetfulness, thoughts, visions, colors. They alternate. Become aware of these alternating states. We don't know who does this. Even though scientifically we give responsibility to our distractions, but that is half the truth. Alternating states. In that alternating states, we experience the joy of being in the state of sensation, relaxation in the stillness, awareness of the breath as a reference point, and deeper we explore. If I use the term, I'm aware. And forgetfulness, I'm not aware. I'm aware, thought comes, I'm not aware of myself, I'm aware of the thought. Sleep, I'm not aware, I'm aware. Next moment. Visions, I enjoy that, but I'm not aware. Visions drops, I'm aware. Look at this. In alternating states, that awareness returns. In that deeper state, nothing disrupts us, nothing interrupts. We are okay, here and now. Thought comes, thank you. Sleep comes, thank you. Forgetfulness, thank you. Alternating states. Awareness of alternating states without doing anything is another step in mindfulness. One way of looking at it. Now still the deeper state. We are aware, reference point is the breath, we experience the sensation, relaxation in the stillness, okay. We also experience the alternating states. One thing more, we experience now the mind enjoys being in that state. It is not ready to return. Become aware of that state in a moment. It likes to go within. Why? Now there is a freedom from the thought. Thought appears and disappears. You're not concerned at all about it. Why? You're deeper within. Like in the ocean, you're living deeper, a couple of meters down. Waves are there on the surface. In the same state, we also experience the thoughts are not touching us. We conceive, we experience, not consider. We awaken that, oh, they are simply the waves in the ocean. And we experience, we are the ocean, but not the waves. The state keeps the mind within. Something opposite happens. Experience that state. Now the mind doesn't want to come out. It wants to enjoy. It wants to live into that state. Now we go deeper. If we are the waves, if we are the ocean, not the waves, what about the ocean? Can there be an ocean without water? Ocean is our individual existence. I'm here, you are there. But the essence is water, and that water is the pure consciousness. Buddha says emptiness, Shankara says fullness, another teacher says bliss, another says truth. You are into that state. Ocean, individual existence, that also drops completely. Why we experience without that water, that consciousness? We cannot have an ocean. Without ocean, we cannot have waves. Without waves, we cannot have likes, dislikes, pain, pleasure, duality, forgetfulness, and a long list. Just be into that state. metaphor here of water means pure consciousness. From the consciousness we become an individual, an ocean. Then we come out, waves, our likes, dislikes, hatred, jealousy, pleasure, everything, all the contents of the mind. And from that waves, we become aware of the objects of the world. I live here, you live there. I have this, you have this. We are separate. At the level of the water, there is no separation. Waves and outside the waves, external world, separation, division, duality. That is the nature of the world. Mind picks up, accepts this, and it says, I'm in stress, I'm in anxiety, I'm in peace, I'm in happiness. Look, the entire existence, that becomes another step deeper. You need to do this practice again and again, even with a contemplation. Does the ocean, if the ocean asks the water that I'm an ocean, what the water will do, water laughs at it. If the waves declares, come on ocean, who are you? I'm wave. And the ocean laughs. Same thing. That is the key. Live into that state. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take your time. If your mind doesn't want to return, no need to return. Otherwise, bring your mind on the right palm, on the left palm. Your hands on your eyes, open the eyes inside, know your experiences.